Sometimes what I get into is people calling me and asking me and saying, hey, I'm going to sell my house. I'm going to finish the basement. Usually with the price of construction right now, I think if you're going to be selling your property, it might not make sense for you.
Live behind decisions I chose. Peaks feel good and the valleys get low. Chains for the tires in the rain, hail, snows. Like this everywhere that I go, everywhere that I go.
Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker. And a question I get asked a lot is, hey, what can I do to my house before I put it on the market to either help me get more money and or help it move faster? So here are some tips that I give my clients before we list their property. Number one thing is going to be to declutter, making sure that it's not even a renovation. It's almost something you can do for free. Just make sure that you don't have too many things there. And if you're working with a proper professional, they'll probably give you a stager consultation or something and guide you along the way of what you need to do. But that's the easy part of doing it. One thing that I've actually noticed even for myself is that exterior goes a long way. And it's the first thing that people are going to actually see about your house or with your house when they come to view it. So I think to have a well manicured lawn, to have some greenery in there if possible, some flowers, have it nicely cleaned up, I think that's going to go a long way. Making sure everything looks neat outside. Don't have anything outside that doesn't make sense. Random bins or random things that you just haven't picked up or whatever. Don't have any of that stuff. Make the presentation nice and clean. Maybe even take a pressure washer and wash around the outside of your property just so everything looks really, really nice. And while I'm on this topic of being outside of your property and pressure washing things, maybe you want to give those windows a quick cleaning at the same time. Well, when we start to get inside of the property, another thing that goes a long way, which the cost involved is not as much as I think that the feeling and the return that you could get back in it. And when I say return, is not just in money, but in helping your property stand out and helping it to sell faster, is painting the property. Depending on what the condition of it is right now. I mean, if you have a 1-year-old house and it's 2 or 3 of you guys living in it, maybe it's not going to be something for you guys to consider. But if you have a house that you guys been living in for a few years, or you have a bunch of people in there, and if you touch your walls, I'm a big person of like, when someone touches my wall, I'm like, oh, don't touch my wall. But if you have these marks on your walls and stuff like that, I would say it'll go a long way for you to have them kind of painted again. The other thing I notice is that sometimes if you have imperfections in your stucco, or if you've had a leak before and you have stucco or what we call popcorn ceiling, I would basically invest money into that. I would have it sanded down properly. There's a lot of cool companies out there that come and don't cause a lot of mess to get rid of that for you. It is a cost-effective way to do it. And hey, even in the future, if somebody had a leak, it's way easier to repair than going through popcorn ceiling to repair that. So if you did have a leak in the past and you can see those lines in your popcorn and you're just like, I don't know what to do with it, and you want to try to get up on your ladder and try to paint it, I think it's a horrible idea. Just call somebody in there, have it sanded down, painted again. It'll make it look nice. The other thing I could suggest to you guys is that if you have carpet in your house, even on the main floor, especially if you have carpet, I don't know a lot of people out there that will find this appealing right now. I know it's a little bit more of a higher cost in terms of renovation, but I would really look at getting rid of that carpet, especially on your main floor, and maybe even on the hallway upstairs if you don't want to get into the bedrooms. Maybe changing that out into, an engineered hardwood, something that's a little bit nicer than the carpet that you have. And even when it comes to stairs, I know changing your carpeted stairs to a hardwood staircase could be a super expensive thing to do. So sometimes what I recommend to my clients is that maybe change that carpet out. Like if you're going to do the flooring and you can't really do the wood over there on the stairs, maybe the thing you do is maybe get a nice Berber carpet and put that on there. Choose a color that kind of makes sense. I think it'll add a layer of luxury to your property at the same time without going all the way of changing your staircase. The other thing I think that will really help it is lighting. Lighting is super important inside of the house. I don't think that you need to go nuts and put all kinds of pot lights inside of your house, but I think pot lights do really help. Pot light prices have come down dramatically, okay? I think before it was like $110 per pot light to put inside of your house. I think there's companies out there that do it for 50 or 60 bucks, including labor, the lighting, they're licensed and everything else like that. If you need a recommendation, reach out, I'll give you 1 or 2. But pot lights I think would go a long way. In addition to pot lights, having the correct lighting fixture, because that adds to everything. It adds to the lighting of how your house is going to show, plus the overall aesthetics of your property. I think lighting can change a lot of things in your property. So I think the things that we've kind of gone over are more or less a cost-effective thing. Sometimes what I get into is people calling me and asking me and saying, hey, I'm gonna sell my house, I'm gonna finish the basement. Usually with the price of construction right now, I think if you're gonna be selling your property, it might not make sense for you. There is a situation where we had a client that had this situation, but what I did suggest is that they don't necessarily have a separate entrance into their basement, but they had a creative and easy way to kind of create the illusion or adding that separate entrance to their property. That's something I would suggest, hey, yeah, let's do that based on what you get as a quote. They got a quote for somewhere around $2,500 to $3,000 to add this side entrance. I think that's money well spent all along. Even after we sold the house, one of the feedbacks was from the buyer is that, you know, houses that they were looking at didn't have that easy separate entrance. Even if you can imagine it right there, it's so easy to do. You don't even have to dig below. I say for that 25 or $3,000, add it, because most people don't have that imagination. I think that's money well spent. To add money to your basement, to finish your basement, I usually say that whatever it's going to cost you is what you probably end up getting back for it. I don't think it's really worth it for your time, your money investment, and possibly not getting back what you want. I think a good time to do your basement is when you're actually going to use it. So if you're going to use that basement and it's going to be a value add while you are there, it adds to your lifestyle, I say go for it, because you'll be able to recover that money when you go to sell. But in order to sell your property, you're going to do that. I don't think that's such a great idea. I think these are some of the basic things that I have kind of told you guys. There's a huge list I can go through with you guys. And again, it's very specific. It's not that I want to get you guys on a phone call to rope you in to try to sell you something. Believe me, that's not my intention. But if you guys are wondering in your situation with the type of house that you have, what your plans are, is it worth doing something? I encourage you guys to simply click on the link below, book a quick 15-20 minute call with me. Happy to get on the phone, understand what you're trying to do, give you my feedback personally and professionally, what I think that you guys can do. And believe me, I'm not going to keep you on a list and keep harassing you. If you choose to work with me at some point, that's awesome. If you don't, that's awesome. But I really do want to connect and give you my 2 cents, and maybe it might spark something different in the way that you guys are thinking. And I have to believe that you would love this video, right? And the best that we could do from the love of the video is just like it. I know it's low quality to just like when you love a video, but you can like it and you can share it with your friends. That's more love. And the ultimate love is subscribe, because I think that I have awesome content. My mom thinks so, like I shared with you guys in the last video. One of the videos I did, she didn't really like about us growing up on welfare and stuff like that, but it's true, right? I'm just keeping it real. She didn't like that one, but I think all the other content she really likes, and I think you guys will love it too. So don't miss it. Subscribe. Until next time, guys, remember one thing: get Cabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.